How's it going, Rams? I'm Payton Hagans, and welcome to Thursday Night Sports. Tonight, I'll bring you to the slopes for a glimpse at CSU's alpine ski team. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Though the backcountry may not be right here on campus,
the Rocky Mountains of Colorado are a huge attraction for many. From residents to visitors, people travel far and wide to partake in its winter sports. And yet, many don't know that right here in Fort Collins, CSU has its own version of just that.
Though the backcountry may not be right here on campus, the CSU Alpine Ski Team is still making big runs to represent the green and gold.
My freshman year, I joined the CSU ski team, and our coach now was the president and really got me into it.
The welcoming nature is exactly what entices many students.
I've met a lot of people, which has been really fun, and this team has been such a great experience to be a part of.
And their positive attitudes are a necessity because their schedule can be relentless once January hits.
We travel almost every weekend, so they're honestly like a second family. Like, everyone's business, which can be great, but, maybe not great at the same time.
This dedicated effort extends to even the highest levels.
We usually have roughly 4 to 5 in-conference races, and then we have regionals, which is the whole entire Northwest, including us and Montana and all of them. And then we have nationals, which either goes from the west side of the United States or the east side.
But like every other sport, skiing requires hard work and determination to compete with the best.
They take the top 5 men's and women's teams, and those teams can go to nationals. This year, nationals is at Mammoth Lakes, California. So we're hoping to qualify for a second year in a row.
A big aspect of qualifying, though, is having enough members. And thankfully, CSU doesn't have that issue this time around.
This year we have 20 people, which is a lot different than last year, because last year when we qualified for nationals, we only had 8 people on the team. So it's a big change, but it's great. I love it.
The growth in membership has further contributed to the team's dynamic.
I know I have a constant support system always, so if I need help with anything, whether that's school or life in general, I know I have a whole team to back me up with it, and I'm not alone in anything.
And their message to the CSU community supports exactly that.
We're really open to any skiers, any skill level. As long as you can make it down the hill, we would love to have you.
It just brings a lot of fun into the sport too, and it's not just about winning all the time. It's just a community, and we all support each other. So I hope people who are kind of thinking about it, they know it's open to anybody, and we would love to have as many people as we can, because that's just what makes it fun.
Even with the snow falling in sub-20 temperatures, it was such a cool experience to get to see this group in action. The team is currently up in Idaho at Bogus Basin competing in nationals. Hopefully, the men and women can place high enough to compete in nationals for the second straight year. And speaking of, snow sports, CTV's very own Bella Walser also spent some time in the cold this week.
Thanks, Peyton. Do you like snow skiing at all?
I don't ski, but I snowboard kind of. Do you?
Okay, I snow ski a bit, but definitely not as good as the team, but I can make it down the mountain.
Fair.
You thought all of the Valentine's Day buzz was over? Think again. CSU snow and freeriders flocked to Eldora Mountain last weekend for their second annual Galantines event, which was another day full of fun dedicated to connecting female skiers and snowboarders. The Galantines Day event is all about bringing women together in a comfortable setting, welcoming skiers and snowboarders of any level.
The event came out of wanting to support the female and non-binary and femme-leaning community within the skiing and snowboarding community.
The energy of all men on the mountain can be very intimidating for girls, and an event like this brings us all together to kind of hype each other up and just make room and make us available on the mountain and be seen, kind of thing.
Along with the awesome charcuterie board setup, attendees were given a free lunch right before participating in multiple games with the chance to win some prizes.
I love uplifting women in the community because it is a very male-dominated sport, and we're also aware of the different groups and classes that are involved in it. And so to try to make this event as accessible as possible is also one of our goals. So that's why we come to Eldora. That's why we open it up to not just be members only, and just really making all the women and non-binary people in our community feel like they have a place and they have a safe place that they can go to.
People are here being themselves and not feeling different social pressures or social norms. People are here to solely be themselves, however that is, whatever they take feminine energy as.
I had so much fun seeing the feminine community empower each other on the mountain, which included so many people introducing themselves to new friends, helping each other grow in the sport, and a lot of dancing. I had a great time last weekend. Do you guys like to snow ski or anything at all?
I'm not a huge snowboarder or skier. I think I've snowboarded a few times, but I'm not great at it.
I gotta be honest, I'm kind of the same. I've actually never been.
You should.
Being in Colorado, you should.
Yeah, definitely.
At this point, I really should have at this. So maybe we can all have like a CTV trip.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's
That
go
would
on
be
a
so
ski trip.
Expensive, but I think we can find some way to make it work. Yeah. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. But check out our YouTube channel for more content all week. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great night.